Welcome to FXcast and our FXcast market analysis. In our daily video, we review the previous day's price action. We look at the daily trend for our currency pairs. We identify key price levels for support and resistance. We will create a low volatility watch list, an insight bar watch list, and we review the economic calendar to see what releases could affect our new trades. So with that being said, let's go to the charts. We're going to start off as we normally do with our euro currency pairs. And what we're going to see throughout today's video is a lot of low volatility setups, primarily because Friday, although the forex market was open, many traders took the weekend off for our Easter holiday, and so most pairs traded in a range, a consolidation type range for Friday, setting up low volatility settings. So we want to be aware of that and be prepared to trade that. And what we see here on the Euro daily, this is the Euro dollar, and we can see our lovely uptrend that we've talked about. And then when we zoom in, we can see we continue to make highs, but we do have some wicks going on here from Thursday and Friday. So when we come over to our 60-minute, our hourly chart, we can see that low volatility starting to happen. And we certainly want to pay attention to our breakout lower price range. Probably go right around here, 1.4536, or just round it up to 40 if you want to. No, let's go down to 3.5. This is a price level. If we break down to the downside, we could get a little pullback to the 20 moving average. If you notice on our uptrend, we typically push higher, and then we get our smaller candle, and then we come back. We push higher, smaller candle, come back. Push higher, smaller candle, and come back to the 20. Push higher, smaller candle, eventually come back. Push higher, couple smaller candles. So I don't feel so bad about trading a break to the downside to the 20 moving average, but again, it is counter trend. Also, we want to mark the upside, and our upper band is all the way up here at 4575, and that would be our move to the upside. Now we have the euro yen on the daily. We have this great push up, pull back, and then now we have a bunch of sideward moves. This one will be in our inside day also, and then of course we can see on our hourly we have that low volatility. Now the difference with this one is we don't have really that great of a clear pattern like the euro dollar that was in the uptrend, but there was some price level that we can move down. So this one certainly we want to be aware of our low volatility breakout price levels, but outside of that I would not trade this one. The euro pound, nice uptrend. We push higher, pull back, and now we're about halfway through that bar, and we can even see that low volatility setting up here. On this one, I would go ahead and use the swing high as the breakout level, not just the breaking out, the spreading of the bands. I would come all the way up here to 0.8835 as the price level to go long. As far as short, since we do have the 20 moving average that was somewhat respected, I'm going to hold off on my shorts, but you certainly want to make note of the Bollinger Band spread at 8805 to the downside. And the final one we're going to look at is the euro franc. And what we talked about in our last video is that this has re-entered the choppy range, and so there's not a lot going on here, even with low volatility coming into it. While we're in this choppiness, I'm going to let it either define a trend up to the 200, which would be great, or define a trend down that tests some of these swing lows. But right now, I do not see a trade in euro franc. Next, we're going to look at the dollar Canadian. This one is in a clear downtrend, and what we talked about were these wicks, and so some buyers do see value here. So when we zoom down to a smaller time frame, we can see actually we do have a low volatility breakout that did already start. However, I'm not quite ready to go bullish on this one. Again, it is counter trend. I am, however, more interested in the low of the day and see if this is going to push lower. So that's at about 95.17, 95.15. So if we break below that, I would like to catch a trade to see if the bulls really do want to keep this from breaking lower. I'm not quite ready to go long on this one. On the dollar franc, we see a similar pattern. Moving down, we do have somewhat of a lower volatility setup on this one, so I would like to mark these price levels to the downside 8845, and to the upside, although we have it at probably 8880, there is a little swing high here at 85. So whatever your risk tolerance is there, you have to watch it. If we go to 880, will we break 885? So that's something to watch on the dollar franc. The pound dollar also acts like the euro dollar. Remember how we talked about push-ups and then pulls down? And you can see on this one, for the most part, as soon as you get a red candle, it pulls back to the 20. Red candle pulls back to the 20. Red candle pulls back all the way down to the 50. Red candle pull back to the 50. Red candle, little update, but then eventually pull back. So now we got a red candle, and on our hourly we have a low volatility. So I would certainly want to watch the wick that we put in here, and if we continue to move lower, 1.65, I would like to trade that to the downside, and likewise maybe 1.6535 to the upside. Our pound yen, one of the things we talked about is that we've backed into this range and not really sure which way this one's going to go. I might be interested in, if we break below the wicks here, but I mean, just look at this. You can see the choppiness, and I don't see a real reason to trade that. So we'll pass on that for right now. The pound franc, obviously in a downtrend. Put in a doji, maybe trying to get to the 20-moving average, or is it trying to come back down? So those are probably what I would do, is go ahead and put an alert at the high and low of Friday's, choppiness, which is basically going to be our bands, just to see which way this wants to go. Does it want to run to the 20, or does it want to make a new low? But the thing about making a new low is that we have how many wicks here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So certainly the buyers are bringing in value here at this price level. So trading to the downside, you have to be aware that buyers are coming in here at this 1,453 price level. We finally have the Aussie dollar, and certainly a nice uptrend there. Look at the hourly. I mean, this is beautiful here also. And so to go long, I would either like to see what happens at the 20-moving average or at the lower band to go long. And I'll pass on going short for right now. So as you saw, we do have a big list for our volatility watch list because of the low volume, the low trading we had on Friday due to the Easter holiday. We've got the euro dollar, we've got the pound dollar, the dollar franc, the Aussie dollar, the euro yen, the dollar yen, and the pound yen. And for our inside bar watch list, where we want to watch the highs and the lows to see if we can break in one direction or the other, we have the euro yen, and we have the New Zealand franc.